Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are still fighting a war in Persia, but I'm realizing now that if I want to keep Kandahar as a protectorate, as you can see here, their current liberty desire is is only 25, but it's going up because they're economically independent, because I granted them their own market. So, I need to do a couple of things. Number one, I'm just going to go ahead and improve relations. I'm also going to offer them knowledge sharing. So block leader action can potentially subjugate them. I'm not going to do that right now, but it's definitely an option. And then we'll kick off and start going again. Alright, we've got a hold of Tabriz. So hopefully next on the docket is Iraqi Kajami, the military objective. Alright, beautiful. Here we go. Perfect. I'm noticing partial occupation is not showing here on the map, which is a shame, because it used to be something you could check out and take a look at. Maybe it's optional now, I'm not sure. No, Chile is no longer interested in Poland. That's probably for the best. Alright, so this will cause Persia to lose their war support protection. Excuse me, where are you going, sir? They're going to the front. They're just goofed. The primary location of the front has moved to over here, it seems. We are still winning. And it's looking like we're going to win this war, which I'm pretty excited about, because I would love to weaken Persia. Kandahar is still losing more support. I see. Unable to capitulate due to cannot capitulate while suzerain is still participating. So that is actually a good visual change, because that was something that was added in the, not this patch, but I think 1.6.2 that was added in, and it was, I think, obvious if you played the game a lot, but less obvious if you hadn't. Alright, so, but hopefully we can capitulate Persia before this thing gets silly. And I think, okay, so Persia has just fallen to negative war support. Kandahar will fall to negative war support pretty quickly. Persia is losing war support slower than Kandahar is, but hopefully we'll be able to increase that. Again, at this point, Persia is 74% occupied. And soon to be even higher percentage, so. Well, it does look as though Kandahar is going to lose Kandahar Bampur, but that's alright. That's not a problem. We can still get everything we desire, which is control over Kandahar, which is the thing I originally wanted. So, oh, no, we won a little battle over here. As you can see, we're continuing to expand our control over Persia. Looks like the battles are mostly happening in Khorasan. But if we can get control over this situation here, then maybe we'll be able to lock things down and force the Persian army to come back over onto this side by taking over this territory. In any case, what's our war support look like? Our war support's very good. Japanese shogunate colonized Sakhalin. That's... Hey! Stop that! No, I want Sakhalin. Hold on. I don't have enough colonial affairs. I don't have colonial affairs. I'm not going to be able to get colonial affairs. Embargo. USA is embargoing Mexico. Well, that's not shocking. British East India Company is going after the Sikh Empire. Interesting. We have split fronts here at this point, so I am going to go for this one just so that we can roll up. Ah, perfect. So the war is done with a victory for us. Siam sides the Sikh Empire against Persia, against The British East India Company. I'm against Persia. What are they going for? They're going to conquer Punjab, which is a huge amount of territory. Absolutely enormous. France sides of the Sikh Empire. Gosh, I am inclined to support... So guarantee independence. Cooperative attitude. Do I fight alongside France to weaken my rivals? It would probably be the right call. It would be nice to have an obligation. Could ban slavery in one of these smaller states. Not that I actually want that all that much. But then I would have to go toe-to-toe with Great Britain. Although, I would again, I would have France on my side for that. They don't have any fronts. So that would be difficult. And again, them having Punjab does put them closer to threatening Kandahar, which is... You know what? I think I've got to do it. So let's figure out what I want out of this. I could try to steal Malta. I don't think that really makes sense. You know what? I think we're just gonna... Liberate Malta. That would be interesting. But I think we're just going to ask for an obligation. All right. Excellent. Upgrade all units. Interesting. Let's upgrade all units. And we'll mobilize our armies again. We got an army really taking its sweet time getting where it needs to be. But that's alright. Oh, there is a front. Excellent. And there's a front over here as well. Wonderful. And we'll put this army here. And we'll put this small army over here. And that's all we'll do. We'll leave the others deployed to Ingria so that we don't wind up getting land invaded in a bad situation. We are now finally building up the government admin. Building a government admin in Tiflis is really slow. Let's go ahead and delay the other Tiflis ones for now and build up the ones in Samara and Saratov first. Alright. Kandahar is doing dissuasive diplomatic play against Herat. Or transfer Kandahari Bampur. I don't want Kandahari Bampur, though. No, thank you. You can handle this. I cannot assist you over here, my friends. My friends, I cannot assist. So I think South Bengal is the capital of the... Yes. The British East India Company, so we'll go ahead and put that there. Obviously, there are a lot of forces being scrambled over here. I'm tempted to put units in the West Indies just to get a little bit of occupation of Great Britain. I don't know if that's wise, though. I think I'm going to pass on that. Wow, that completely goofs up our money. Persia sides with Kandahar. Nice. By giving them the That's very funny. So, Kandahar gave Persia the state that Persia warred them over in exchange for support against Herat. Herat. They're what are they doing here? They're going to conquer. They're going to conquer all of Herat, which is what it is. Finances are looking rough. Let's hike taxes. I don't see any way this could cause a problem. Austria's boosting the foreign investment rates granted. I should grant someone investment rights. Build logging camps in Russia, please. I know you want all this wood. I've got so much wood. I know you want it. All right, we're getting suggestive here. I can't. This can't be part of the plan. Got a lot of authority to play with. I can cut the tax on wine and impose a tax on something much less efficient. Ooh. The Ride of Kenessary. A Cossack-escorted caravan moving across the steppes of Akhmalinsk has been assaulted by a large and well-trained band of Kazakh rebels, led by the aristocrat Kenessary Kasimuli. They came in the night, descending upon the camp from all sides. A contingent of horsemen hundreds strong, and so sudden an appearance that it was as if they had been birthed from the seas of green which surrounded the tents. They slaughtered the pickets within moments, blades clashing and gunshots exchanged between the standardized muskets produced by the weapons shops in Tula and a bewildering array of firearms sourced from half a continent's leftovers. It only took moments for the cacophony to fade and the riders to vanish, leaving behind only smoldering cloth and 24 scarred survivors. Place the border lines on alert. Adds pacification of the steppes to the Journal of Russia. All right, well, that's exciting. Let's take a look at pacification of the steppes. Pacify the Kazakh steppe. Despite formally extending our authority over the various Kazakh khanates in the early 18th century, effectively governing the Kazakh steppe has proven difficult. Our reorganization of the region in 1828 has officially replaced each former Khan with a Russian-appointed Agha Sultan. Oh, that's just ruler. Alright, well, that's fine. Replace each Khan with a Russian-appointed Agha Sultan, but the issue of banditry and widespread discontent with their rule remains. To resolve this, the three Zhuzes must be successfully pacified and brought under direct Russian rule. Will complete if the pacification of the steppes journal entry has been successfully completed or the Kazakh revolts has been defeated. If completed, the balance of the Great Game will shift towards Russia by 10 points. If failed, the Kazakh revolts will fail if Kazakh revolts have successfully expelled Russian influence from one or more Zhuzes. If failed, the balance of the Great Game will shift towards Great Britain by 25 points. All right. We have obviously some issues. We have a dyes shortage, which we need to remedy because we need to produce dyes. We need to produce luxury clothes. Let's get some from France and some from Denmark. That should be just fine. Obviously, that's costing us a little bit of bureaucracy, but again, we're working on improving our bureaucracy situation, which will improve very shortly. Force comparison over here. The battle has just started. Force comparison over here is looking better, but I know Great Britain will put a sufficiency of troops in here eventually. So I think it's kind of a race against time to grab as much of this territory as we can, alongside our friends in France, to just kind of kind of go where we want to go. Again, I'm not too worried about this whole war. I don't have anything really at stake here all that much. Looks like our allies, our friends, are winning in Herat. Greece has offered a trade agreement I will absolutely accept. Greece would be a lovely country to have in my power block. So, let's see. Can I see... Command and make protectorate. Can I force them into my power block somehow? I know there's a mechanic for it, but they do have a Greek-Russian league. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and we can't improve relations because we're at maximum relations. I guarantee their independence. That would be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do that. So it costs us a lot of influence, but we're close to where we want to be from an influence perspective, vis-a-vis our subjects. And in fact, let's take a look at those. Oh, here we go. Here's the interact thing. All right, so where's Greece? Greece, genial. Okay, maybe not. I mean, they are good, but interesting. Infamy and stuff. Wow, Kandahar is really gaining liberty desire quickly. That's not great. Because they're isolated from our market. Wait, hold on. Hold on. We gave them their own market before. Let's do it again. Alright. I don't know why that... I think that fell off. So what does that do to their liberty desire now? It's still going up, but much slower now. Alright, cool. No, 0 economic dependence, but they're not isolated. Alright, so that's we've solved that problem a little bit at least. Cordial relations is helping. We're going to need to do more or lose them, but that's alright. But the Baltic governorates are going down. Grand Duchy of Finland is going down. Kishi Juz is going down. Orta Juz is going down. And Uli Juz is going down. And those are going to go down even more once we move from being cordial with them to being friendly. So I'm feeling pretty happy about that overall. Force comparison here is still pretty favorable towards us, actually. And Siam's got control of these other areas and has a really good force comparison over here along with French help. So I think our position in this war I thought was going to be rough, but it's looking better and better. Is Great Britain scrambling troops somewhere? Is that what's going on? Not really. I mean, they got fleets wandering around all over the world, but they're not really... I guess they're focusing on getting the territory they need. They've got a huge number of vassal armies over here. Just pounding away at the Sikh Empire. Which I think bodes poorly for us, but again, I don't really have any ability to reinforce them because they're up through here, and I can't simply violate the sovereignty of all of these countries. Kandahar seems to be going really slow with Herat, but I guess they're getting there pretty fast now. Or at least I'm hoping they are. Again, this 10% tax waste is really not ideal. Alright, we have a Cossack patrol attack. A detachment of Siberian Cossacks in Oktobe has been ambushed and slaughtered by a band of rebel Kazakh horsemen flying the banner of Kanessary Kasimuli. Everywhere there is disorder. It comes partly from an unforgivable oversight and partly of the cowardice of the Cossacks, who vainly try to inflate the warring forces in words, to justify to some extent their condemnable carelessness. Provide a recompense to the Aga Sultan for the caravan. 2% bureaucracy. Reduction, £1,500 in government expenses. Increased trade route bureaucracy costs for Kishi Juz. Decreases liberty desire by 5, that's nice. Penalty to infrastructure. Or it's the responsibility of the Kazakhs to secure their lands. Increases their liberty desire. 40% trade route bureaucracy cost, minus 30% infrastructure. I think we have to do the first one. It's not that much cash and not that much of a bureaucracy penalty, but it is going to vastly increase our control over the area, because reducing liberty desire is very good. Oh, hold on. We've had some split fronts here. I'm going to take one army and put them over here. And all the others are going to stay there. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow us to take Ceylon. Don't go there. Don't go there. Oh, no. No. There we go. We saw an army very quickly get error handled over there. So we're going to put another army over here. Just, hey. Quit it. Stop using error handling. You can't just use error handling to do strategic redeployment. That's cheating. Alright, so force comparison here in Ceylon's looking pretty good. Britain is winning, but won't next time. Sikh Empire still technically has control over Punjab, so they have war support protection, but I don't think that's going to last much longer with a force comparison like this. Can I bankroll them, at least? Oh, I can't, because I don't have central banking researched. Well, that'll do it. Ooh. Afghanistan petitions for assistance. Kabul has petitioned for our assistance in the reunification of Afghanistan. Securing a friendly state will be of use as a tool against our rivals in the region. The map was loosely defined at best, a selection of states born from the collapse of the Durrani Empire, representing the warring scions of the Barakzai and Durrani dynasties, as well as attempts at representing the areas of control and local tribes in rebellious provinces. The envoy placed the letter on the desk nearby, looking at a bespectacled staff officer he'd just walked in on. The Emir of Kabul, he began, that's the blue one, requests our assistance in, quote, subduing rebellious provinces and restoring legitimate rule to Afghanistan, unquote. Is it worth a look, or should I draft a generic response? Kabul. So Kandahar has just increased in size. There are subjects. Relations are cordial with Kabul. An excellent opportunity. This makes them stronger. It costs us money. Diplomatic catalyst is triggered. 25 leverage. Or we have no interest in this. How strong are they compared to Kandahar? Kandahar has 30 battalions. Kabul has 40. You know... let's do it. An excellent opportunity. And then we have a gold rush here. Gold has been discovered in Krasnoyarsk. People from all corners of the earth are converging there, confident that they will discover the next great lode and become incredibly rich. It was a single misplaced foot in the river. The sun quick at his side, hoisting him from the water before the currents claimed him. Then, as the sediment rose with both his leg and his walking stick, they saw it. The unmistakable shimmer of Plutus's very blood. By next morning, they were both at the river with sieves and shovels. By that night, the whole town had joined them. Plutus is Latin for Hades. Another game that's big right now. If you're playing Hades 2, let me know in the comments if you want to see me play Hades 2. I'm very bad at Hades, but Hades 2 is a good time. Anyway, I can get spread the word for a whole pile of migration attraction, or I can say mine, it's all mine, for extra cash. You know I'm going to do the second one, because I love money. It's still going to get me some migration attraction, at any rate. Got a little bit of occupation in Ceylon, hoping to keep that up. Again, the more of British East India Company we can take over, the better. Hopefully we can close out the Ceylon front as well before things get silly. We got armies moving over here. The front moved, so things are a little goofy. The British are in panicked retreat here. Hey, soundtrack, you wanna continue playing music? Thank you. Preach. Alright, here we go. We're blundering forward bravely. Armies are looking good, right? Yeah, except for the Baltic fleet, which is still goofy. I need more cannons. I need more cannons in money. Market. I don't want to buy from the Ottomans. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it for now. Still having a really hard time building up the necessary government admin. I know I cost myself a little bit of bureaucracy before, but it's still silly. Very silly. Alright, it looks like the British have gotten a hold of Punjab, so this might just end up being the end of the Sikh Empire and the war. But, you know, we had a good run. If I can get Ceylon, I'll be pleased. We've caused a lot of damage. We haven't let British expansionism go unchallenged. Alright, there we go. Oh, we're still in the war. Interesting. And the front is reorganized again, so that's gotten silly. But this is only one front, so I think we'll be fine. I mean, obviously we're going to kind of lose here, but we're going to make them come to us. France wants to ban slavery in the British East India Company. And they do have war support. We both have war support protection here. But my interest is going to rapidly wane. Alright. Border Fortress raided. Event in Orta Sirdarya. One of our fortresses in the steppes of Orta Sirdarya has been raided by a group of Kazakh rebels under Kanasari Kasimuli. After capturing the fortress and scattering the garrison, the rebels have mercilessly razed the nearest Russian settlements. As the scout's horse sidled up to what had been the gate, he beheld what was left behind. A layer of ash still covered the ruin, deposited by the fire that had charred the blackened timbers and earthworks that formed the walls. There had been no rain since the fortress had been burned, leaving the ash to preserve what was left. Where there had been a fortress, there was now a tomb. Where there had been a garrison, there was now only the enduring stench of smoke. The locals are solely responsible for this disaster. Minus 50% conscriptable battalions, minus 4 standard of living for Russians. Or, it increases liberty desired by 15. Or we must dedicate more resources to protecting our interests. Minus 5% bureaucracy, minus 2 standard of living for Russians in Orta Sirdarya, minus 25% conscriptable battalions. I don't want to let them have any liberty desires, so I'm going to goof up my bureaucracy again. Keep this thing going. I think we're just going to need to increase our total number of government admins. So let's go ahead and queue those in so that we don't wind up in a kerfuffle. Because I don't want to be in a kerfuffle, friends. I gotta tell you. A kerfuffle is the last place I want to be. Let's see. We got shortages of admin capacity. We got one in Tula, so we'll throw 2 levels in there. 2 levels short in Warsaw, and we're short in Mazovia as well, so we'll throw 2 more levels in there. And 2 in Tambov. 2 in Yaroslavl as well. That's going to cost us a boatload of paper, just oodles, but, you know, that's just kind of our only option. We've got to get our taxation capacity up, and we've got to get our bureaucratic capacity up. Because I gotta get some bureaucratic capacity. Because I would love to get police force, but at the moment I don't really have nearly enough bureaucracy to do it. And plus, I'm losing all this taxation due to low taxation capacity. So you know, it's just a whole kerfuffle. French are winning over there. Defensive pact with Greece, absolutely. There's a Russian-Greek league in Greece. That's good for us. Okay, so how do I should have the ability to... Okay, here we go. Here's leverage. So that's our predicted leverage. And to get them into my power block, they're not in my power block. No diplomatic demands available. Invite to our power block. We need equals or greater than 200 leverage advantage over Greece, 59 currently. Greece might accept. Alright, so we'll work on that. Supporting the Ottoman workers. We will support the workers in the Ottoman Empire, boosting the power of their trade unions. Maybe we believe in the international cause of the working man, maybe we don't. In the end, it doesn't matter. What matters is the Ottoman trade unions get stronger. An excellent idea. This seems to be our trade unions get stronger, or this would be ill-advised. I'm going to say this would be ill-advised. I don't want to mess with the Ottoman Empire in that way. Gentry Assembly petition government. Representing his constituents in the Gentry Assembly, Sergei Yovarov has issued a formal petition to the Russian government to pass legal guardianship. One last matter for the day, sir. Members of your constituency arrived this morning. They're asking rather loudly and insistently if you would meet with them about new legislation. Oh, is that it? Goodness, you seem as if you've seen a ghost. I'm sure I can spare the last hours of the light for them, can't I? I believe so, sir. They weren't taking no for an answer. We have no options for counteroffer because this is the only thing they want. We have to either say we'll see what we can do, or they must understand the present situation doesn't allow for this, which hurts our legitimacy. I'm going to say we'll see what I can do. We're going to roll back women's rights. That's just what we've got to do to appease the Gentry Assembly and keep the Tsar in power. It's going to goof up our prestige for a bit, but it is what it is. It's how we're handling things. That having been said, it is the end of 38, so I'm going to put an end to the episode. We're still at war with Great Britain. They're losing war support rapidly, and I think we can squeeze out a white piece, if nothing else. But for the moment, I've had fun. I hope you've had fun as well, and I will see you on the other side.